That's the nature of the bubble. There's always a bigger fish.
Bad things happen around me.
Neither of you are dying.
The last thing I say to Lux is, this is, I'm here to do something good.
Somebody recognized me.
Who the fuck are you?
My name's Lance a Little, and you're dead.
One job. One.
Have you ever wanted to see the corpse of a dead god?
Don't sell your soul to that cat.
Do you think they're trying to kill me?
Obviously, I'm fine.
Come and catch the magic. Hello, Guilders, and welcome back to Tales of the Riot Nexus, episode 14. Thank you so much for your patience. We return to the party as the Nimbus flies steadily towards a lovely little cottage that rests on an asteroid. Kite, how do you approach?
I mean, everyone is telling me she's friendly. So, Kite will just kind of say to Helm, let's just try to go in nice and easy. But be prepared. And he's gonna kind of just keep an eye out, make sure there's nothing coming our way. Actually, can he channel mage armor into Helm?
Sure. That would require you to stand up from the helm, though.
Oh no, okay. He'll stay where he's at. He'll keep piloting.
Okay. Yeah, you take it around. As you are doing so, Helm says, "What should I be preparing for?"
Any signs of funny business?
I assume you do not mean as in a joke.
No. Sorry, that's on me. I should have thought about that more. Any signs of an attack? Or any attempt to lock us in and keep us there? You know, things like that.
Would the spell polymorph count as an attack?
Yes? I think in this situation?
Thank you for the clarification. Approaching with caution. As the vessel, as Nimbus kind of floats around to the, you float around to the front side. You see a woman who is kind of very reasonably dressed in kind of modern attire. You see that she is wearing kind of, I don't want to say basic, but they're very kind of toned down, well-worn clothing. That it's just civilian clothing. As she is standing on the deck of her house, there is a large easel in front of her with a big old canvas on it, and you see she is holding a painter's easel and brush, and she is currently painting.
I don't trust it.
Al literally just hops right off of Harmony and lands on the deck with just a soft gust of wind. Hi!
Hello! The woman calls, still painting, not taking her eyes off. Welcome! Most people don't have an open deck these days. Normally most people don't have the eyes to see me.
Well, I
Bit of an
guess
older
we are-
model.
Yeah.
This is the first time like she actually takes her eyes off the painting, and it's not to look at any of you, but to look at the ship. And then she goes back to painting.
Are you painting our ship?
Well, I am now. It's in the painting. So yes.
Cal like tries to peer over her shoulder to see what she's like painting.
So you've walked all the way up to her porch.
Oh.
To behind her now.
Yeah.
Okay. As you step over like the borderline of the barrier or of the edge of her property as it was, there is like this feeling as you like push through to the opposite side and the environment changes. There is like it's almost like walking through like an air shield, an air bubble, and you feel yourself in, or an air shell rather, and you feel yourself in the most perfectly climate controlled and comfortable environment. You're just perfectly comfortable in the clothes that you're wearing, but you're also like cozy, you feel like warm and comfortable, but you're also really like cool and like you're not sweating either. Like it's the perfect humidity and the perfect temperature as you step in. It's much different than the kind of strangeness of wild space and the kind of a surrealness of it.
Cal gets a weird look on his face as he has literally never felt this comfortable or cozy a day in his life. And now he's just trying to figure out what to do with this sensation.
I think she's been kind of like smiling, kind of like absent-mindedly while painting this whole time and having this like kind of small conversation with you. But as you make this like expression, you see her smile like becomes a little bit more genuine as she is like she's still not really looking at you, just but kind of like knowing how you feel.
What kind of how? Is it magic? Is it tech? Is it you?
What's your deal?
Let's be nice. Be polite.
Man.
Lux just anime jumps like right up there. Just like, what's your deal?
What's your deal?
I think Kite has wandered onto the deck at this point. Just saying.
Be polite.
I am being polite.
That wasn't polite. Okay, that was polite for you. Be a little bit more polite, please.
I don't know how to do that.
And I'm guessing Lance has wandered up as well.
I think that yeah, Lance is up here on the deck and doing a little bit of thinking. Give me a second. I think Lance will kind of wave and say, "Is it all right if we come down?"
Oh, of course. I've got drinks ready for you. And as you have that moment, out of like a little door that seems to be almost like perfectly sized for this creature, a small like donkey comes out, and he's wearing he's like a regular donkey, okay, but he's wearing like a little tuxedo, like a little tux and outfit, and he's almost like a waiter, and on his back he's got like a tray, and there are 4 drinks on the tray.
Well, that's wild.
Lex is gonna try and check for poison. in the cup.
You know, that's valid.
Absolutely. Do you have any explicit skills in this circumstance that would be useful for checking for poison, like a poisoner's kit proficiency or anything like that?
That'd be sick if I did have some kind of poisoner's proficiency.
Hey, I mean, you're a rogue. You totally could have that. I would be.
I guess.
I mean,
All I got is perception. That's it.
Gotcha. In this case, I'm gonna say you can make an investigation check as you attempt to see whether or not the drink has been poisoned,
Okay. See, that's
or
really
a medicine check.
Oh, we'll do medicine. Medicine's a little higher.
Okay.
I want a knowledge from a past life. It too. Thank God. Well, kind of. Hold on. Wait, can I use Itzel?
How would you use Itzel to test for poison?
Itzel sniff. Itzel sniff. Him dog. Him sniff.
Him dog, him sniff.
Oh God.
All right, you know what? I'll take it, but go ahead and reroll.
Thank you.
And don't forget to do knowledge from past life.
Okay. Okay. Medicine. Okay. That's a 12.
What does the memory look like where you are testing poisons as Dagny?
Let's see. So, I think Lex remembers specifically gets an image of being at a table across someone with 3 different cups in front of her, and it looks like she's being quizzed, and she just remembers pointing at one in particular because there was some kind of quality that came out of it that made her realize it was poisoned. A certain maybe texture or smell or something to a liquid. Very faint, but identifiable.
Sure, yeah. As you're going, and as you're calling on these memories and remembering back to the different tests that you had gone through, looking for those different individual properties that you had come to associate with poison, you find that the drink has none of them.
Okay. Sick. Okay. She's just gonna say they're not poison.
Out loud.
As Lance is so we've all established, or it's been established, Lance is very clumsy. So kind of getting down from Nimbus, I'm gonna just do my mingle with air and cast levitate on myself to descend very gracefully. And Lance will scoop up a little bit of the Nimbus's cloud stuff. And doing this little bit of cantrippy kind of cloud shaping. We'll take this really nice just sunset tinged cloud and shape it into, it's almost like the shape of an arrowhead, but you see that it's a palm leaf in an Art Deco style that forms this little arrowhead. And he'll walk up to Astrid and say, I don't have much to say thank you for your hospitality, but I can give you this. And he hands over a symbol of his family that he says, for what it's worth, this might be some help in the future somehow.
Ah, a symbol of the Artau family. Interesting. I do think that this could come in handy, and I can tell that this is authentic. That's very interesting. I do appreciate such a show of good faith. And then she looks over at you, Lux, after breaking eye contact with you, Lance, and says, "No, they're not poisoned. If I wanted to kill you, we would do so face to face, as would be honorable." And she smiles before going back to her painting.
Lex tries to look very unaffected by it. She's like doing calculations in her mind of like what abilities this one has. Yeah.
Telepathically, Cal's like, "Oh, what's up?"
I was gonna say Kite at this point will jump down to join everybody.
Oh, okay. Telepathically, Cal's like, "I told you she was cool."
Like, I don't know who you think is cool.
I told you that she was cool. I think she's cool.
I don't know if the people you find cool are actually cool.
What's that supposed to mean? I think you're cool.
You think I'm cool?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, maybe you have bad taste.
It's
What?
wild. Sorry, we are having a little bit of a the past couple of days have been a lot of heart to heart, which just means very frank discussion of our feelings about each other. But
That was telepathically.
It's
oh,
true.
that was telepathically.
Yeah, all of it,
Yeah.
You want me to see them like staring at each other?
Astrid, it's a pleasure to meet you. You know, I personally am not a member of the Idol, but I've had some overlap, you might say.
She smiles at that, and you could see like tired, like it's kind of like a tired smile, and you could see like it more in her eyes than anything, that it's like, as she responds, "Then you know better than anyone that the Idol are really not so much a group as they are just a scapegoat."
Certainly. All of the people who simply don't fit into the Glom's plan.
Exactly. I mean, look at what I'm doing right now. And as she like gestures at the painting that she's doing of the black hole now with the Nimbus incorporated into it. This is technically an idol activity.
Painting?
Mm-hmm.
Idol activity?
Lowercase I.
Oh.
So just a leisurely activity.
Wait, so IDOL or IDLE?
Ideally,
Oh.
you know, there's a lot of talk in the bubble about the idol with a capital I, and it's mostly just like people who have decided to not be a part of the big systems. Or rather, the business of the big systems.
Yeah. It's possible that you've heard that there are all people that shun the way that the Glom thinks and provide a danger to society as we know it, when really they're kind of just counterculture people that have decided to remove themselves from the eternal struggle of capitalism.
You can do that?
Yeah.
I mean, aren't you kind of attempting to do that, Kite?
Well, no. That wasn't my intention. It was the result.
It's cool though, isn't it?
It is cool.
And that's the thing that the Glom don't really want you to know is that you absolutely can. I mean, just look at me and look at where we are right now. And she'll just show at Respite, which you see also has a small spot in her painting.
I guess. I don't know. Kite looks like confused by this concept entirely.
Kite's like doing shit for fun. This sounds fake.
Yeah. He's like, I mean, you're still producing something.
Yeah, but she's not producing it with the purpose of it carrying a value. The value is created by just her own feelings in relation to this thing that she's making. And that's the satisfaction she gets from it.
Like errantly casting a polymorph on your friend.
Well, that
For
was to get him
fun.
to stop being annoying.
So should I turn you into a rabbit if you start being annoying?
Damn.
If you think you can.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
He just looks you dead in the face and says, go ahead and try.
Okie-dokie.
Lex at this moment while they're talking is just going to look at Astrid in the art. And she says, is this what you do all the time? Please?
Not all the time. Sometimes. Like right now.
She's trying. She's so trying.
What else do you do? Thank you.
That's not her pausing. That's me pausing because I'm trying to think of like leisure activities that you do, like just en masse. Knitting, macrame. I'm really bad at naming things like this.
Craft drinks.
Craft drinks. Craft drinks, she says.
Damn.
Like
Drinks, she says.
pointing at the nodding right at the drink.
Lex still said thank you, like after she said.
She's doing her best.
Is she trying?
Really appreciate her doing her best right now.
It makes sense that you're in Respite of all places. Have you been here a while?
Only recently, she says, continuing to paint. I've heard some interesting things were happening and things were going on. So I thought this might be a good spot to keep an eye out for a little bit.
How long have you been here?
Pretty recently, only... When did that thing get nabbed? About a day or two?
But
Oh, wow.
Thing get
You've
nabbed?
basically been here no time.
what thing?
There was going to be a race for the Founders Day
And the prize was
celebration.
stolen.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
Would we know about that, though? Because we haven't gotten back to Respite yet.
Oh, true. You wouldn't know about that. That was meta. That was a meta news broadcast.
That's true.
That's true. So rewinding.
I mean, they can still say what thing, right? What?
Yeah, what thing?
I-
What thing got stolen?
There was gonna be a big race on the Founders Day celebration, and somebody up and stole the big prize.
Oh, do you know
Some-
what the prize was?
Yeah, it was some piece of chronolorian tech, some ancient gadget or doodad, But the real value in that stuff is that it can make new stuff, right? Make new meta magic materials and other who knows what.
It's like, yeah. That's it. That's all he does.
Yeah.
I roll deception.
No. Don't make me roll deception, please.
That'd be hilarious.
So why do you care about this in particular?
Oh, also, sorry. Let me also say, everybody who's not Lance, you also get 12 temporary hit points. As just being next to her, she's like radiating positive energy, basically.
Mm-hmm.
What was your question, Rach?
It was my question. Immediately forgot. Hold on. Oh, why does she care about it? About the chronolorian tech. Like, she said that she's been here since that happened. So Alex asked why she cares about it.
The kind of stuff's usually pretty dangerous. Can impact people, hurt them.
Well, it's not here anymore, so that's a good thing, right?
How do you know it's not here? She looks at you.
Stolen.
Oh.
And where would be the most close place to take it?
I mean, typically you wouldn't want to keep it in the place you stole it from, would you?
That would be the last place that most people will come looking for it, though.
I guess. If you're stupid.
Do you have
All right.
I don't have it.
it.
She keeps painting.
Also a fairly large market in Respite. Be easy enough to pawn it so someone else takes it.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of places it could be from here. For all we know, it's already in pieces.
The Bellowed Mountains also has an outpost near Respite. They might be afraid to take it for fear of the Bellowed Mountains catching them.
Would Chronolorian tech be something that would show up on the Orrery Timbo?
I think as you're having this thought, Lance, you flash back to when you had been piloting Helm over the various times, especially in the vicinity of Respite, and you remember that spatial warp, that dip that you had seen centered on the Founder's Ward of Respite, which was very similar in nature to the spatial dip that was centered on the Dead God mining facility.
We might have a way to find it. If that was something people were just interested in, I guess.
I think when you say that, Lance, she stops painting and puts the easel in, or she puts the paintbrush down and the palette, and she goes, "Let's go inside and talk." And she opens the door to the cottage.
Can Kite, try to grab Lance real quick and get his attention to whisper at him?
Do you have a message?
Do I? No.
Oh.
I mean, I think Kite
Neither
can
do
do.
I.
I think Kite can definitely do that in scene. It's just like, how do you want to be subtle about it?
Yeah, he wants to be kind of subtle, if he can.
Sure, go ahead and make a stealth roll then.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay, not as bad as I thought. 15?
Yeah, you're able to pull Lance aside, hopefully without her noticing, as she kind of has pushed in. Her donkey bartender following behind her.
Kite, once he's like got Lance a little bit off to the side, he'll be like, Lance, don't offer to find it. It's in Helm.
No, it's a different piece.
Are we sure about that?
Yes, I saw both of them at the same time on the map.
Okay. If you're sure.
Can I say something above table real quick?
Yeah.
No.
Kite saw the poster that advertised the race and also advertised this piece of Chronolorian tech as the prize in what's his name shop.
Barb's, right?
Yeah.
I'll go far.
Okay, so wait. Okay. I thought we had gotten some kind of implication when we first got this piece that it was the piece that had been stolen. Am I crazy?
No, it's not the piece that had been stolen. It's
okay.
different.
Okay, I might have just misunderstood that then. Okay, well then
Yes.
Kite will still say what he says, because he's like, what if it's the piece that we have? But
Gotcha.
I feel really confident that the piece that we have and the piece that was up for grabs at the race are different pieces.
okay.
Are you okay?
I'm simply nervous.
I know, I can feel it. There's an energy.
When is there not? And he just starts walking after this
Well, that's
lady.
fair. I appreciate the self-awareness.
So as you all make your way into the cottage, you find that it is just a very absolutely darling house. It is like it's cozy and it's covered in just incredibly cute furniture with all of it like seemingly handmade and handcrafted, like we're talking like wood and like comfy couches and sofas. It all seems to be very meticulously created, and it also just kind of has like grandma house vibes, you know, where it's just like so many like little tchotchkes and like little knickknacks and gigas and whatsits and like all kinds of just fucking shit everywhere. Like like literally anywhere that you look, there is something there drawing your attention. If you were to, I don't know, look around.
What an absolutely darling cabin full of handmade furniture and gigas and plumbos and all sorts of things. Lance says as he walks inside.
Absolutely. Did anybody take their drink off of Bartholomew the bartender donkey?
For sure.
His name's Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's very good.
I love him. Yeah. Cal's going to take a drink, and he's also going to say thank you to Bartholomew. He's even going to like telepathically just be like, "Thank you so much."
In response, he says, "You're welcome, good sir."
Oh,
He's so fancy.
He's so distinguished, you guys.
Kite will also take a drink.
Okay, so Lance drank first. So Lance, what is the best thing that Lance has ever drank?
This is so topical because I was literally just talking about this during break. But in the like Mimnor system, there is kind of this sort of like retro futurism vibe going on with the Art Deco and everything. And one of the things that's really popular is egg creams, like the sort of heavy cream and soda water and like flavors and stuff. And there's one that is blackberry and lavender flavored that is from like a little diner that's not too far off planet, and it was like the first place that he stopped when he was leaving home.
And it tastes exactly like that as you take that sip. It tastes like that, like the flavor of the tartness of the blueberries and like that flavor of the lavender, as well as like the taste of freedom that you're kind of experiencing kind of flows back to you in that moment as you drink. Cal, what is the best thing that Cal's ever drank that they remember?
Worth noting.
Can we circle back to me, please?
Sure. A Kite. What's the best thing Kite's ever drank?
Oh gosh. I feel like it's gotta be something with like milk, like heavy cream and vanilla.
It's also an egg cream.
No, I don't think it's an egg cream. I think it's like I want to say like a White Russian, like if we're going alcoholic.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Yeah, but like with like vanilla in it. You know,
Like a White Russian blue. Haha, get it. This is a cat.
Oh my gosh.
That's really good.
10 out of 10. No.
Thank you.
Swear to
Thank
God.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, you drink deep, Kite, and the flavor it also brings back that White Russian blue. When do you think would have been the moment that that Kite like would associate with this, if there was one?
I think probably being in the library with one of his good friends and them making him a drink, as opposed to him getting like a drink at like a fancy party, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think you flash back to you and that friend. Like, I think this is like way after hours, and like they've kind of maybe they've snuck you in, right? So that way at your request, and so in addition to the two of you being there and being out and being late, they've also brought drinks with them, and so this is maybe this is even like the first like alcoholic beverage that Kite drank.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like older friend giving you a beer for the first time kind of vibe, or a friend's older brother. You know, like that.
Do you think Kite remembers what this friend's name is?
It probably was Cloud on the Horizon, if it was anyone.
Shout out to Cloud on the Horizon.
Yeah.
What a cool
his buddy Cloud.
Fantastic, excellent. Yeah, and I think this hits just as hard as like it did back then. Like the alcohol feels very strong to you as you take that pull, much like it did in your youth.
My youth, as if he's not like.
I was gonna say
It's fine.
yesterday.
Your youth, about 2 years ago.
He's a baby.
Fantastic. And Cal?
I think actually, like, as he takes a sip, it actually jogs a memory for him.
Ooh.
So, like, he gets this taste of, like, kind of almost like a citrusy, creamy type feel until he recognizes it as kind of like a dreamsicle float type deal. And it pulls him back to when he was extremely young and brought into the Bellowing Mountains Regency. And the memory's still a little hazy, but like the taste is distinct, but like he remembers kind of like speckled snow white feathers and like fuzzy black fur being near him, and also this feeling of feeling home for once. Yeah, it's a little dreamsicle float that he gets the sensation of.
Amazing. And just like in that moment in the past, those feelings of home are again relived in this moment with the people there and enjoying the drinks with you. And I think there is that kind of moment as you all sit on incredibly comfortable couches that all like kind of sag as you sit down. And you all kind of just take a little drink and breath as you look around this very pleasant and just way overly decorated room, like with just way too much stuff like in it. You can't help but look around as you were kind of just sitting there for just that brief moment.
Did we do Lux?
Lex did not. She declined.
I was gonna say Lux did not drink.
Yeah, she said, no, I don't need to, so I will not.
You know what? Fair.
Huh? She is not feeling at home. She's feeling like she's in some strange lady's cottage.
Makes sense.
So fair. So true, bestie.
She is in fact in a strange lady's cottage.
Yeah.
Yeah, she 100% is.
Can't really blame her for that, no.
And in fact, that strange lady breaks the silence. Astrid says, I do admit, it is a little bit more of a coincidence that the Chronolorian technology has been taken. I was considering entering into the race to win it as well, but here we are. I had heard rumors of other things happening in this section of space.
Such as?
He knows a little bit more. I mean, he's the one that reported it.
Is she talking about me?
Mm-hmm. And she nods to Lance.
Oh.
I totally thought she was talking about the donkey for a second.
Yeah, I was like the donkey.
Yo, Bartholomew.
Well, I started noticing something when we were kind of leaving from the Aurora Boreas, and I've been tracking it as we have continued over the past couple of days. For some reason, probability is not working the way that probability should be working, at least around us in a kind of localized sense. And I don't know what it means, but it's happening in a very major way.
Indeed, it seems to be centered on some kind of confluence centered around the four of you. Now, Lance, I'm aware of. I'm a little less familiar with. Well, I also recognize the Astral Storm when I see him. But other than your bounty posters, I don't really know much about either of you. And she gestures at Lux and Kite.
Oh, that's probably for the better. For me,
It's on purpose.
That makes sense. And I won't ask prying questions. Your business is your own. However, whatever confluence is occurring as a result of your connection to one another is having ripples. And part of me can't help but wonder whether or not this theft has some aspect of that.
Our connection?
what would we have to do with that?
I don't truly, I don't understand all of this stuff really very well. Lance, you could probably explain this a little bit better than I could.
It seems like there's some kind. So, okay. In the most basic, broadest sense, when we say that probability and time and the things happening the way they quote unquote should happen, there is a number that for now we're going to say is 1. And that number is always 1. When things are going incorrectly, quote unquote, that number goes up or down a little bit. We're talking about like decimal places. And we're currently dealing with something going so wrong that we're talking about like instead of the number being 1, the number is 4. It's like if you think about like an earthquake, and as you get higher up, the magnitude is like exponentially bigger. It's like that kind of problem. And so there's something that is enacting a huge change around the 4 of us, and to some goal, I don't know. And us showing up with our ship and finding not 1 but 2 pieces that either just happen to fit in or maybe original engineered manufacturer parts, like it is a magnitude of improbability that if it were to happen naturally, actually it just couldn't happen naturally. And
What you're saying is the math is off.
And it's very difficult to understand why. We can see what's happening and see these are the things that are like a through line, but right now we can't understand what that smallest piece that is causing all of these ripples outward is. It could be anything, and I have a real concern that it might be with whatever we were just talking to earlier.
What were you talking to earlier? Astrid asked.
Do you know a Mr. Void?
Astrid pauses for a moment before saying, "No, I'm not. Who is that?"